Sooner, everybody! My name's Harry James. 2 games this week for our men's version of Oklahoma. They finished the Drew effect. They already played Bryce Drew and the Vanderbilt Commodores. Now they'll play Bubba Scott Drew and Baylor as they always do. And the swaggy veteran of the Hug Boy, Bob Huggins. Last year, Baylor, the Scott half of the Drew brothers, 19-15, 8-10 in Big 12 play. They got invited to the NIT, where they lost in the second round. And the Sooners will also play West Virginia. Country roads, take me home. West Virginia Mountaineers, 21-11, 11-7 in Big 12 action. They also extended their streak of NCAA bids, getting all the way to the Sweet 16. We'll preview those 2 games next. Boomer Sooner 1982. Don't go away! Sooner, everybody. My name's Harry James. The Oklahoma Sooners will have to finish off the second half of the Drew effect. Scott Drew this time. It's the Drew they always play, Baylor, in that 2-3 zone. That 2-3 zone and the Scott Drew half of the brothers. At the end of the day last year, 19-15, 8-10 in Big 12 play. Lost to Mississippi State, 78-77 in the second round of the NCAA tournament. Lost that to Mississippi State, as we already said. That Drew that we're talking about today, Scott Drew, 1993 graduate from the Butler Bulldogs, and is in his 16th year in gold, black, green, and maybe even a little lime this year for Baylor added in. A little awkward there, but not awkward to be adding and taking away players. They added a player from last year, from 2 years ago, from Division III. Now remember, you have to sit out because he came up in the ranks. Start from a lower division, you don't have to graduate. But if you go from D3 to D1, you have to graduate. But if you go from D1 to D2, you don't have to. So who is this D3 star? Well, we'll tell you right there. It's number 4, Mario Kegler. Kegler. For the averaging 10.0 points per ball game, 8.2 boards, 0.8 assists last year from Carleton University, Division III. But even though Kegler's a newbie, they do have a returning scorer that averages just about 10 points a game. That's King McCure. The King, number 3, McCure. He wears number 3 for Baylor, averaging 9.8 points per ball game, 2.1 boards, and 3.7 assists per ball game last season for the Baylor Bears. They also will now go on the road. Now they already got a road win, so they don't necessarily have to have this one because they did win the road game earlier. But it would be so good to go into Morgantown and win this one against the Mountaineers of West Virginia. Last year, they finished 20-11 last year. 11-7 in Big 12 play. They lost in the Sweet 16 did West Virginia to Villanova, 90-78 the final. Their head coach, Bobby Huggins, is a 1977 grad from Motown in West Virginia, and is in his 11th year at his alma mater. Helping his alma mater get back won't be easy, but it gets a heck of a lot easier when you have 2 double-digit scores returning. We'll start with number 50, Sabaka Konate. 10.8 points per ball game, 7.6 boards, 0.7 assists per ball game last year for the Mountaineers of West Virginia. Just like they have a newbie, just like Oklahoma has a bunch of newbies, Baylor has a newbie, this guy has a newbie. Does Huggins. Number 10, Jermaine Haley is the newbie, averaging 10.2 points per ball game, 3.9 assists per ball game, 5.6 assists per ball game last year for Odessa College. The Oklahoma Sooners have not one, but 2 double-digit scores returning from last year. An Oklahoma Sooner team, by the way, that went last year 12-14, straight even 9-9 in league play. They lost to Rhode Island in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Their head coach, Lon Kruger, is a 1974 grad from Kansas State University and is in his 8th year back in Big 12 country at Oklahoma. The 2 players that we're talking about, number 2, Aaron Calixte, and number 3, Miles Reynolds. We'll start with 2, Aaron Calixte, averaging 16.9 points per ball game, 3.1 boards, 3.2 assists per ball game last year as a transfer from Maine. Also transferring in Miles Reynolds from the Pacific. Reynolds, 13.3 points per ball game, 3.8 boards, and 4.5 assists per ball game last year for the Pacific University. Alright guys, thanks for watching. My name's Harry James. You can catch this and all my other videos on YouTube, Boomer Sooner 1982. Also on Twitter, at Harry the Spy OK. Facebook is Harry James Taylor. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Boomer Sooner everybody. I'm out of here. See ya. Peace.